Hi everybody, thank you for watching. So I'm really excited for today's video because I'm going to go through a beauty box with you. This is a new beauty box to me and I haven't actually peeked inside of it yet. So I'm very excited to open this, look at it myself, and also share it with you. So the beauty box that I'm going to be going over is called So Choix. I believe choix is the correct pronunciation. I believe it stands for choice in French. So this video is actually in collaboration with So Choix as well. So I'm really excited to be making this video with them. I'm excited for the box that they sent me and just for kind of how their system works. I found that it was really intriguing and it kind of seemed right up my alley because it's not necessarily like your typical beauty box, beauty subscription where maybe you take surveys to kind of get your personality and what it is that you want in your makeup, but then you're just getting sent random products or, everybody in that beauty box is getting sent the same thing and it's not sort of any personalization. With this one, you are actually picking out exactly what you want. So when we decided that we were going to work together, So Choix said, head on over to our website and pick out your 5 samples that you want. And so I was actually able to pick out exactly what it was I wanted, your exact shades. I picked out a lipstick. I got to pick the lipstick shade that I wanted. So that to me was what interested me right away, because why I canceled my other subscription boxes was because I just wasn't using the products in there. They were either products that I didn't love the shades, maybe I didn't even like the brands, and it was just beginning to be like a waste of money and a waste of product for me. So when I saw that you could actually pick these out down to the very exact shade that you want, that is what really intrigued me. And how the So Choix works is that you are actually going to get samples of whatever it is that you choose. And I thought that was interesting because it's not necessarily like minis or deluxe sizes that they're sending you. Like they're actually taking the product and measuring out samples for you and sending it. So I'm really curious to look inside this box to see what these samples look like. But when you go to the So Choix website and reading through it, it says, we want to be like an online makeup counter for you. So instead of having to go out to the stores and, test things out there and try things out there, like you're going to pick exactly what you want to try out and then we'll ship it directly to you and you get to try it out. So I thought that was really cool and really interesting. And I will tell you, when they said to me, okay, go ahead and pick out your 5 products, and I went to their website, I was overwhelmed. I think it took me like 2 or 3 days to get back to them with my 5 products because they had like 30 pages or something just filled with amazing high-end products. And I was like, I want to try all of them. I had such a huge list going and I was trying to like whittle it down and see what the 5 that I really wanted. I tried to choose a variety of products since I knew that I was going to be filming this video. So I believe I have like foundation, concealer, bronzer, blush, and a lipstick, I'm pretty sure is what I chose. So I don't have any makeup on my face right now. I do have my eyes and my brows done, but I wanted to actually try them out as well. Also to not only show you what's inside the box, but because they're sending us in like sample styles, I wanted to show you guys, like, is it easy to try it on from the samples that they give you? Is it harder to try it on? I really have no idea how this is going to work, but I thought a try on might be a little bit better, and then you'll also see some of my first impressions from these high-end products that I've never tried before, and I'm really excited too. So a little bit more about So Choix. Again, I will leave everything linked down below as well, but another thing that I thought was really cool is that they're not just a subscription service. You can do a monthly subscription service, but you don't have to. You can also do a la carte, which I think is really cool. So there's, maybe you don't think you need samples every single month. That was another thing with me when it came to subscription boxes. My makeup was just like piling up and I wasn't getting to things fast enough. So that was another reason why I canceled, but you can also have the option to do the a la carte. There is a subscription offer as well, and I was looking on their website and it says it's $15 a month and you get to pick out 5 beauty samples. And also included with that is you get 250 points or a $5 credit. You can build that up in your store and then you can actually like cash in your points. It said there was no expiration date, but you can actually cash in your points or your credits and you can buy full sizes of the items that you have sampled. So I just thought that was really cool. What a sweet system. Like, I'm so excited to jump into this box. I believe that's everything that I wanted to let you guys know about So Choix. It will be linked down in the description box below, so make sure that you check it out there if you are interested in this. But I'm really excited to jump into this box and see what is in here and get to trying these samples, so I cannot wait. It looks like this, and then when you open it up, this is what it looks like. So it looks like we have a box right here, and then we have something right here. Oh, okay, so this is like little applicators, so like little sponge tips and like little Q-tips. So that must be to help you actually apply the samples, because that's what I was like kind of curious about. So that's cool that they send that. There's also this in here as well. I'm not sure, I'm trying to think of what sample I have that might go in that, but I can't remember at the moment. But the actual So Choix box looks like this. I really hope I'm saying Choix right, because I'm gonna say it the whole video. Like, that's what I think it is, so that's what I'm gonna say. So when you open it up, this is what it looks like, and then, oh, okay. Okay, so let me try not to drop anything. So this is what the inside of the box looks like, and this is what the different samples look like. So I was really curious what the samples would actually look like. This is nice too. So they have, okay, so they have like little labels on the back of, I'm assuming, everything. So that's nice, because I kind of can't remember what all that I ordered. So they have the sample, the name, the brand, what it actually is, and then I think like some of the shades are on here too. So foundation, concealer, bronzer, a blush, and a lippy. Okay, so that should be good to try everything out on my face as well. So I'm gonna go ahead, hop into this, show you my samples. We're gonna try them on. We're gonna see what I think, and I'm pretty excited for this. I just pulled my hair out of my face since I'm gonna be trying on face products, but the first one I'm gonna use is my foundation. So I picked out the Remarkable foundation from Marc Jacobs. So I'm really excited. This is how the foundation sample is sent. So I grabbed out my Real Techniques sponge, and I'm just gonna go ahead. Okay, so the top just popped off there. So looks like, okay, so then you twist it at the bottom, and I can see the foundation coming out. So I'm just twisting the bottom and then putting some of the foundation on my Real Techniques sponge. So this is a $55 foundation, and one of the reasons why I decided this was the foundation sample that I wanted to try was because I have heard so many mixed reviews on this foundation that I'm like, I honestly have no idea if I am going to love it or hate it, just because this is one that I just see a lot of mixed reviews on. So I decided when I was picking my foundations, I was like, you know what, this seems like the best one for me to sample, because I've been curious about getting it, but I didn't want to get it because the reviews, you know, I mean, there's always going to be mixed reviews. Not everyone's gonna love everything, and you know, for different reasons. But this was one where I just really felt like the reviews were so mixed. So I just thought, why not grab my own sample of it? I believe I am in the shade 32, because that's what my little sample vial says. A little bit light, maybe a little bit too yellow for me. But so honestly, as I'm putting it on, like, I don't know, I don't feel like I am loving it. It feels very thick. Like, I don't feel like it's blending really well. Like, it's really patchy in some areas. Yeah, because even on this cheek, it's patchy. So as I'm blending it, I was gonna say it feels very full coverage, and I'm looking at the Sephora website now. It does say it's full coverage, and it does say that you're supposed to be able to get full coverage in like a very small amount. It says something like 1 dot for full coverage. Obviously, I had to use more than just a dot for my whole face, but I mean, it's definitely full coverage. I don't like that it's patchy in areas, but I don't know if I love how it makes my face look or my face feel. I mean, obviously I will wear it throughout the day and I can review it for you guys later, but like first impressions, I'm really not loving on this, which makes me sad, but again, like I said, it's $55, so at least I'm being able to try it out. And with the sample size that I got, like I could probably try this foundation out, you know, 5 times, maybe even more, and actually be able to make my own opinion before I would go out and purchase it. But yeah, first impression, I'm not like super pumped. Okay, so the next one that I'm going to try is concealer. So this is what my concealer looks like. It is from Nars and it is the Radiant Creamy Concealer, and I picked the shade Ginger. Everyone talks about this concealer and I have never gone through and gotten it, so I'm really excited to give it a try. So I'm just going to apply some on my under eyes, and then I'm going to use my beauty blender to blend it out. So I'm really excited because I really wanted to show you guys actually trying it on, just because it is so different. Like, you know, I didn't know how the samples were going to work or what they were going to look like, or, you know, are they going to be easy to actually try out sort of thing. So I'm glad that I made the decision to do this step along with you guys. I just feel like that foundation is so thick, like it's even hard to put the concealer on. Okay, so I'm just coming back with my Real Techniques damp sponge and I'm just going to blend that out. I honestly feel like that foundation is like going to ruin everything else that I want to put on my face, and I'm totally not even kidding. It is like thick, and I feel like it's making this concealer hard to blend even. I'm just like really underwhelmed with that foundation. For the concealer, I think I picked Ginger, but I think it almost is maybe even too dark for me. Like it's definitely not like a highlighting concealer shade. Probably good for hiding dark circles, but I'm someone who, like, I tend to like to highlight on my under eyes, so I would probably go in and highlight with something, or like use my Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder and bake with that sort of thing if this was the concealer that I was going to use on a regular basis. But I really like the way that it's looking right now. I would say maybe like a medium coverage. I don't think it's a full coverage because I have the new Tarte Shape Tape concealer and that is a full coverage concealer. This one I would say like maybe to be a medium concealer. It looks really nice though. I definitely want to try it out without having this foundation on because I honestly feel like it's affecting it, but so far that's looking pretty good. So I'm gonna go ahead off camera and just set this real quick, set the concealer. Like, I don't even like the way the foundation looks like at my hairline. Like, it just looks cakey. Wow, I'm really glad that I tried that out and didn't just buy it. Like, seriously, wow. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and set my concealer off camera and then I'll be back to try some more. So my next sample is gonna be the Chanel Soleil Tan de Chanel bronzer, I believe it is. So I'm excited to try this one out. So this is what it looks like. It's in this like little pan right here. So I think I'm actually going to use like one of the little applicators that came in here to get the product out and then maybe put it on my face and then use my beauty blender to buff it out, because I don't feel like I have any brushes small enough designed for a cream bronzer to work. So I'm going to use a little applicator. So that's actually really handy that they send along these little applicators, because otherwise I'd be like, wait, what do I do next? So like that maybe. So I'm going to grab my beauty blender and buff that in first just to see if I like it for this side. So I'm going to take my Real Technique sponge and just blend that in. So I think that looks really nice. And I mean, just from the like amount that I'm sampling from this one, like I will have many chances to try this one out, which like really excites me. This was one, like people have been talking about this for so long, and this is $50 to buy it full size. It would be $50. So I feel like it's kind of hard to blend it in over here because this is the spot where like that foundation just like was so super patchy, so it's kind of being a struggle. But overall, if I had to do first impressions for the Chanel de Soleil, I would think that they're pretty darn good. Like, I think that looks really pretty. And I can tell that it is easy to blend if I was wearing a different foundation, because like this side especially was a little bit more challenging, but nothing too bad. So I'm just going to put a little bit on my forehead too, because like another thing, I don't mean to be like hating on this foundation so much, and you know, of course, like with everything, like sometimes first impressions aren't great and then I learn to love something, but I just also feel like it made my skin just like look really flat. Like, so I'm gonna kind of bronze up the forehead here too, just to like try to bring some dimension back to my face, because I just feel like it looks really, really matte and really, really flat. So I feel like that bronzer kind of helped bring some life back to my face. But so far, first impressions for the Chanel de Soleil was I really like it. I'm excited to keep trying this out. And like, I mean, you guys can tell by this sample, like I'll be able to try this out quite a few times, and that really excites me. But next up, I'm gonna try the blush. And so the blush just came in like what looks like a little pan right here. So I put it in this little guy that I was like, oh, I wonder what that's for. Pretty sure it's for the blush. For the blush, I'm gonna try one of the new like soft duo blushes. I think it's called something like that, from Marc Jacobs as well. And the shade that I picked is in Lines and Last Night. So there's kind of like a close-up of what the blush looks like. And so I just grabbed out my M427 from Morphe. I'm gonna use it to apply it. I think I'll be able to get a decent amount of product onto the brush with that. So this blush for the full size is $42. And I've been seeing a lot of people, like especially a lot of people got these from Influencer to try out. So I've been kind of seeing them a lot lately. I really wanted to try this out to see if it would be worth the price, because $42 for one blush seemed really pricey to me. And I know Marc Jacobs is more expensive. And I usually like a lot of what Marc Jacobs puts out. Like a lot of the things that I've tried from Marc Jacobs I have liked. So unfortunately this foundation is like really throwing me through a loop. And like even looking at myself on camera, I'm just not happy at all with the foundation. But I wanted to give this blush a try because I've been seeing so much about it, and I just wanted to see if it was worth it. So, I mean, it goes on really nice. I'm using a dual fiber brush from Morphe. It applies really nice. I think it has really good pigmentation. I really like this color. It's like a soft pink, but it's got like some, almost like some champagne notes in there as well, like peachy champagne notes, which I really like. Like this is my color of blush that I really like to wear. So it looks like a really nice blush off first impressions. Do I want to pay $42 for the full size? I don't know, but I will keep wearing it, you know, see how it wears throughout the day, test it out a few times, because like I said, you know, even with a small pan like this, I'm still going to be able to try it out multiple times, which is really nice. So I can definitely give it an honest shot before deciding if I would purchase the full size or not. So that is the Marc Jacobs blush in Lines and Last Night on my cheeks. The last product that I have to try is a lippy. I'm really excited for this. It's the Smashbox matte liquid lipstick. Their new, I think it's called Always On liquid lipsticks, and the color that I picked out was in Dream Huge. So this is what the little sample looks like. Now, after I went through and picked out my samples, I also picked up the Sephora Give Me Some Lip collection, which did have a Smashbox liquid lipstick in there, but that is in the shade Stepping Out, which is a brown, and I fell in love with these liquid lipsticks. So I'm really excited to try another color. This is definitely one, I mean, obviously I picked the shade out, so it's definitely one that I've been wanting to try out, but it just kind of looked like that, like kind of mauve-ish type of shade that I really love. So I'm excited to see what this color looks like and if I would want to repurchase the full size, because I already know that I love the formula. So I'm just really excited to see what this color looks like. Obviously the lippy has, you know, its own little lip applicator as well, so I'm just going to use that to apply it. So what's interesting to me, I definitely need to let it dry down, of course, because it will dry down matte. It's actually like a brighter pink than I expected it to be. I expected it to be like much more mauve, and it's actually a brighter pink than I expected. Not that I dislike it, it just, again, wasn't the shade that I was expecting, but I absolutely, like, I feel like I cannot say enough good things about the Smashbox liquid lipsticks. Everyone is raving about them, and for a very good reason. Probably one of the best formulas, if not the best formula of liquid lipstick that I have tried. It stays on through absolutely everything. It doesn't crumble or cake up or do weird things on your lips. It stays, but it's also super, super comfortable. So comfortable. It's like you're not wearing a liquid lipstick. So I'm so excited to try out another shade of this. So it dries down pretty fast too, because it's almost completely dry. So yeah, definitely more of a brighter pink than I was expecting, but I still think it looks really pretty, and it's a color that I really like on myself. So This is from Smashbox. This is in the shade Dream Huge, and that is my 5th and final sample that I got and that I will be trying on for you guys. So here is my completed look using all of my samples from my So Choix box. What do you guys think? Let me know. But that's actually going to be everything for this video. I know I could have made it a lot quicker and not actually done the try-ons, but I just thought that would be something like really fun to go through with you guys because, you know, I haven't, you know, minus the liquid lipstick, I haven't used any of those other 4 products before, so you were kind of able to see a first impression. But I also wanted to show you guys how I applied it with the samples because I've never gotten a box like that before, so I was curious myself of how I was going to be able to try the samples on, so I just wanted to go through that process with you guys as well. So hopefully you found that helpful. Again, all of the links for So Choix will be listed down in the description box below. Remember, you can do a non-subscription and just kind of a la carte pick out the samples that you would want to try, or you can do the membership and, you know, build points and build actual like money credit towards buying a full-size product. I think it's really cool if you're someone like me and you've been looking for a new subscription service, you know, maybe just the other ones that are out there right now just simply aren't working out the best for you. I get it because I've been there, I've canceled them, and it's made me really sad because I've really wanted to be able to keep trying products, but products that I actually wanted to try out. So I am really excited about the So Choix box. I just want to say thank you to them for working with me on this video because I was excited for it. I was excited to put the products on my face and see how I like them. I will definitely give like an update video on all of the products that I have tried out. You know, maybe you'll see some in favorites, or I'll do like fab or fails on them and give you guys an update after I try them out a couple more times, you know, see how they wear and last throughout the day. But I just thought that was really cool to be able to try those products because I don't know if I ever would otherwise, and you just get to test them out at your house. Like, such a cool concept. I absolutely love it. I had a lot of fun making this video for you guys. Let me know your thoughts about So Choix in the comments down below. Let me know if you think this might be something that interests you. And thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you will give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it. Make sure you are subscribed before you go, and I will catch you real soon in my next one. Bye.